Because the time stone goes out of control, Tony is suddenly reverted from his middle-aged self back into his younger form. But that also means he can no longer operate his armor. The suit was designed for his older self, and his younger version simply doesn't have system access to it. At that moment, the ARC reactor starts flickering violently again, and Tony is pushed into an even younger state. Falcon quickly realizes it's likely Tony's rapidly spiking heart rate that's triggering the time stone's instability. And it's not just Tony who gets affected. Dinosaurs are accidentally pulled into the modern city as a side effect of the time stone's distortion. Luckily, Hawkeye reacts fast enough to shoot a net arrow that seals a dinosaur's mouth before it can start biting anything. Hulk grabs a Triceratops by the tail and swings it away like it weighs nothing. A T-Rex charges in, trying to intimidate Hulk with a roar, only to get completely shut down when Hulk roars back even louder, forcing it to retreat. Meanwhile, Tony finally manages to strip his armor apart using a laser cutter, but his attitude doesn't change one bit. He still insists that even as a younger version of himself, he's a genius. Captain America warns him not to mess around with the armor anymore, but Tony ignores him and gets instantly shocked as a result.
Why'd you let me do that?
I tried to warn you.
Don't act like my dad.
Right after that, the time stone spirals out of control again, and Tony is reduced to a child. At the same time, dozens of robots suddenly appear on the streets.
Time stream disruption detected. Primary programming destroyed.
The Avengers are forced into combat, and everything quickly spirals into chaos. Hulk is getting overwhelmed, Thor is being chased by energy blasts, and even Avengers Tower suffers heavy damage. Meanwhile, Jarvis and Captain America discover that Red Skull has broken out of prison. Captain America tells Tony to repair the armor immediately while he goes after Red Skull, but the moment he reaches the prison, a dinosaur literally stomps him straight into the ground. Red Skull takes advantage of the chaos and escapes, with one clear goal in mind, using the time stone to restore his body. Through surveillance, Tony realizes Red Skull is heading straight toward him. Without his armor, he has no choice but to rely on his intelligence. At the elevator entrance, he scatters marbles all over the floor. The moment Red Skull steps out of the elevator, he slips and crashes to the ground. Then he notices a sign on Thor's door that says, "Do not open," tears it off and walks right in. Inside, there's nothing but Thor's pet dog. The dog immediately chases him down the hallway. Elsewhere, Tony hides inside a storage room and starts going through old childhood belongings and journals, only to discover that his father never once showed up for his birthdays. He angrily throws the journal to the ground. That's when he notices something, a blueprint for a mini armor suit. It was something he designed as a child, but he never finished it because he didn't have a working reactor at the time. Now, ironically, being turned into a child means he can actually use it. Tony decides to rebuild the miniature suit using that old design.
I am Iron Kid.